It's CCSD Today, your insider's guide to the Charleston County School District. This week, we learn all about the new Early College High School. Join us as we hit the road to see how it's working in Horry County. Then, we take a look at the future home of Early College High School in Charleston. CCSD Today starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to the newest installment of CCSD Today. I'm your host, Andy Pruitt. Well, we have taken the show out of Charleston County and onto the road and brought it to Horry County. And we're actually here on the campus of Horry Georgetown Technical College to showcase Horry County's Early College High School. It's part of Horry County School District. And the reason we're here is because Charleston County School District's Board of Trustees recently approved the creation of an early college high school for our school district. So we wanted to see how it's working for Horry County students. And when we come back, we'll talk with the principal of the Horry County Schools Early College High School. You're watching CCSD Today.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We're convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
And welcome back to CCSD Today. We are inside the office of the principal here at HCS Early College Learning High School, and that would be Candy Fleming. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for having us out here to your campus. It looks great. It's really cool to be on a college campus, but a whole lot of questions we have for you. The first thing is, when did ECHS start here in Horry County?
Well, we started 10 years ago, 2006. A lot of planning had to go in place before that. So you're talking about 2004 when the concept came together with Horry Georgetown Tech being one of those partners, along with superintendent from Horry County Schools, and then just putting those right people in place of wanting something where we could attract middle quartile student, first generation college student, and really having the dream of it being on a college campus to immerse those students in the college atmosphere.
And you were on the college campus here at Horry Georgetown Technical right away?
Yes, we were. We're actually in the President's Suite. We used to say that we were there right in the middle of where everything was happening with the President, and had the barred classrooms there, and then saw so much success, and the district believed in what we were doing that we were able to then take some penny sales tax and build the building, but still have it right on Horry Georgetown Tech's campus.
What was the attendance like right away when you first started, and what have you expanded to?
Well, what we did the first year was we had the first grade, ninth grade coming in. So we really weren't sure of how that was all going to play out. So we took in 150 ninth graders. Some of them bought into it. Some of them went back, but returned to their high school. But then as it come to fruition, we decided that we would take 100 students per grade level. So never having more than 400. And so we come in that door in ninth grade, like I said, with 100. And so right now we're sitting at about 380, realizing that our district is we're so on the cutting edge, and so some students do choose to leave, some students move away, but we try to always maintain that 400 student ratio.
What are some of the challenges that this district has faced with this model of early college high school, and what has it led to that's beneficial for the district?
Challenges is really that it can't be any larger. Everybody says, I wish my kid could, do that, or I wish there were 2 or 3 of the schools. Because we only choose 100 per year, I think that's a challenge of being able to get the right student in. There are other things that you deal with every day on a certain level, traveling back and forth, buses, but there's never really been anything that we have had an issue with that we haven't been able to come together and say, let's sit down and with like mind figure out how we're going to fix this. That's one of the things that I loved about the president that was with Tech, is that he said, Candy, if there's an issue, you bring it, let us know what it is, and we'll do the best we can to fix it. He was just so huge a supporter on that. So there's never really been a huge issue that we just couldn't fix.
When you came to your public back in 2004, when things really got the ball rolling here. What were some of the promises that you made to the district, to the community, and the things that you've needed to deliver that you have been able to deliver on when it comes to this model?
Okay. Well, I need to say I was not here from the beginning. I came in 2010, so I've been here 7 years, 3 as assistant principal, 4 as principal, but had such a close relationship with the principal before and really understanding how we got to this point. So some of the things they said, you know, your child will be able to come here, get Associate of Arts, and the only thing on that we had to back up with was your child will be able to come and get the Associate of Arts if they do what they're supposed to do. It wasn't one of those things you just came and got, you've got the Associate of Arts. So they had to do the work. And then, you know, being able to have the books paid for, your college classes paid for, nothing having to put a burden on the parent was some of the things that we always wanted to make sure that were put in place, and we've continued that model. With me coming in, I was a single parent. My mom was single parent of 4, and so I would have been a perfect fit for early college. And so coming in as principal or assistant principal and then principal, I just wanted to maintain what it was that we could give our students, so take the burden off of the parent and give the students an opportunity to have a chance in life that their parents didn't have or generations before them. So we just really worked really hard to continue that. Bring them here, immerse them in the college atmosphere, let them know that Associates of Arts is possibility along with high school diploma. That's our first goal. You got to have that 100% graduation rate, which we've had for many years, and then the Associate of Arts, and then helping them with our business partner, because we have a business partner, helping our business partner or our business partner helping them bridge the gap between here to their 4-year college destination. So all of that we've just been doing that every year, and it's just gotten better with time.
And who's your business partner?
A business partner, what we call them BE squared, business expectations, business educator expectations, and it's just a group of students, a group of people within Horry County that came together on the president's request to be our business partner, and they've just been huge. Anything that we need, we go to them. So that's just been a huge thing. And like I said, they come more into a bigger proponent of it after the students finished here when they go to the 4-year college.
Now, a lot of people are wondering who comes to early college high school. What is the formula this district, Horry County, is using so they have a specific idea of which students they're catering to, which students they want to be here at early college high school?
And it's really simple. It's first-generation college student. We have been dedicated to that. As a principal, when I took over 4 years ago, I said if we're going to say that we're taking first-generation college students, then we're going to take first-generation college students. And so that's on the application that you have to fill that out, saying that what level of education your parents have had. And so that is the thing. And then it's non-gifted and talented. So if you're state identified gifted and talented, then you're not able to apply for our school. That's the first 2 right there that get you in to the application process.
Another question I had about, and I think a lot of people back in Charleston County may have, is how do you build a community at a school like this where you're taking kids from across the district, from different backgrounds, different beliefs, and you're putting them here where on the outside looking in, well, they don't really have things like athletics that are going to build that community up. So what are the steps taken here to create a community at this school?
Well, one of the things I like to say when I do my speech for the public, one of the things I like to say, and we'll start from the top and then we'll get there, is HCS. Early College High School. So HCS, Horry County Schools. And the reason I put an emphasis on that is because we serve all of Horry County. So we make sure when we go out and we're recruiting or meeting with middle schools that we're pulling from all over the county, because we want everybody in this county to have the option of being here. So that's one of the first things, is that we're buying into the whole county concept. And then once you get here, and we do a lot with when we bring the parents in. We're really honest about the opportunities that their child will have here. We're really honest about maybe this isn't the place for your child. So when I do my spiel for parent meetings, I'm very honest with them. Parents will come up and say, wow, thank you so much. I don't think this is the best place for my student, but thank you for letting us know that maybe we have other options within the county. So I think the honesty part, and then some of the things that we do here is we bring our students in, our 109th graders, we bring them in during the summer. We bring them in and we tell them, you're a shark, you're a lion, you're a tiger, you're this, you're that, but really you're a trailblazer. And so that was one of the first things we did, is we knew we had to give our school an identity. And so we chose the trailblazer because our students are blazing new trails that people have not, been down before. We chose the blue and the orange because it was no color that any other school in our county had. And we really wanted that to be separated because we knew we didn't have athletics and things like that. So we bring them in and just immerse them, and we do so much 3-day community building for them. They're paired with an advisor for 3 years, so that's like their mom and pop on campus for 3 years, and we meet with our advisor every Friday. It's hard not to be a part of the family unless you just don't want to be a part of the family. And our students come and go in and out of our building, and there's only one entrance. And so my secretary is able to talk to them, coming and going. So it's just really buying in from the top down. That's the way I treat my staff. I want to make sure that they're taking care of something's going on in their life. Hey, what happened yesterday at so-and-so? And then they do the same thing for their students. And so it's just a big tie-in, buy-in.
Final question for you. In your opinion, why couldn't this model work at a high school? Why does it need to be on a college campus?
Yeah, I say that to everybody, Andy, when they come and want to model, or replicate this. Right from the get-go, I tell them, if you're not going to have it on the college campus, then you're already, you're already behind. One of the things is we talk to our students is they really like being able to say, I'm at Tech, or I take classes at Tech, and that really means something. They have the sweatshirt. Some of them will go over and buy the sweatshirt, they'll buy the t-shirt. That really means something. You got to understand the generation that you're talking about. First generation college student. I don't want to just talk about taking college classes on a high school campus. I want to talk about taking college classes on the college campus. So it's huge. One of the things that I really like about it is the students are coming to the college and taking classes. The parents feel like, wow, my child's taking college classes, maybe I should come back and take college classes. And we've had some parents return, to the college level. It's just huge. It just immerses them in that whole college atmosphere. They're walking around campus. They're feeling some of that independency. They're going into those college classes with some of those adult learners. The professors love it because they say that the adult learners have to step up their game a little bit because now, they've got a 15, 16-year-old sitting in class. So it's just a win-win all the way around.
Well, Candy, thank you very much for having us out here.
Thank
We're going to have more about the model here for Horry County Schools with Early College High School when we come back after this timeout.
Kids learn it at their own pace, to remediate on their own, see their own results, celebrate their successes right there.
I think it's easier for me to do things like online, like it captures my attention better than like doing it in books.
It's just made it easy. It is. It's made it easy, and the kids like it.
There are a lot of pictures. Sometimes it can be really funny, and some stories are make-believe.
I would never have believed that we would be a school that would be fully, implementing technology in every classroom. So we did it, and it's due to McGraw-Hill.
And welcome back to CCSD Today in Horry County. I'm now joined by the Early College High School instructional coach, Martina McCoy. Martina, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Taking some time to talk to strangers, but all in the family of education. And Martina, this is something exciting that's been happening for over a decade here in Horry County. So we wanted to get from you kind of how it plays out for the students in the classroom. So the first thing is, what is the difference about the classes that they take here at Early College High School versus classes that these high school students would be taking in a neighborhood classroom setting?
It's a great question. The difference here was that they're taking dual enrollment classes. Those are classes that are at the college level, but they're taking them some within our school and some on the campus. They're in the 10th grade taking classes that people take when they graduate from high school. So that rigor alone amplifies it. We also do what's called project-based learning. And because of that, it's multifaceted and it brings in different areas. So that increases the rigor with their classes as well.
How hard is it for these students to adjust this when they're coming out of middle school? I mean, obviously they have to know what they're getting into, their families and the students themselves, but what kind of preparation, what kind of encouragement, what kind of support is offered for these students to get used to this kind of rigor?
We have what's called the AVID program, and that stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. That saves our students and that saves our lives. This program teaches them how to be an effective college student. It teaches them how to study, how to organize their binders, how to critically read, how to write papers. So they take this class 5 days a week their 9th grade year and 3 days a week from then on out. But that literally saves our students because they now learn how to be college students.
And what is the range of classes taken here? Is there a limit on electives and it's more structured towards classes that would prepare them for college, or that again that they would take in college? So I guess, is there a limit on electives and there's more of a focus on certain subjects here?
Our electives are solely academic. We try to not have them in any elective classes. Their elective classes would be a college class. Their 9th grade year, their elective courses might be a leadership course, or their elective course might be a math course to help them better prepare. But we really focus solely on academics, and their elective courses come from their college classes.
All right, so how hard is a class that you would take here, or how much harder is a class that you would take here versus something you might be taking in a normal traditional neighborhood school?
I would say, well, we are, blessed in Horry County that all of our schools are rigorous, but I would say what is different with us is that, again, they're taking dual enrollment classes in the 10th grade. It's rigorous because you have no idea what these professors are going to say, what they're going to do. They might lecture, they may do whole group, they may say, I need you to do this project and I'll see you next week. So we kind of just have to have our students ready. That, I think, is rigorous. And again, here we do project-based learning, which requires our students to do critical thinking, which requires them to do higher order reading, and it requires them to do in-depth writing. So that is rigorous. But I would say in Horry County, we're blessed that kind of goes on at every school.
And I had a question about how these classes are structured with the professors, because I know in a college class setting, you have, especially as you move up in a major, the classes are smaller and you're going to have a lot more interaction with your professor as opposed to just taking what you're learning, writing it down, and being prepared for a test. So interaction with a professor or a teacher is something that would be different, I would think, from a high school to a college class, but that's what they're getting here in high school classes, correct? How does that transition go for the younger students, learning how to engage the teacher as opposed to just taking instruction?
Great question. Again, AVID, in AVID class, we teach them how to do what's called slants. That's when you sit, you lean, you ask questions, you nod, and you talk to the teacher. So we teach those techniques. Also, they have a slow progression to college classes. They take what's called cohort classes first, when they're only taking it with early college students. And then they will take their dual enrollment classes with us. We have U.S. History, English 101, and Spanish that are offered with our teachers in this building. And then they move to the outside of our building. And after that, we hope that they have been trained well enough with 5 different courses that they're ready to be able to handle their professors, but we continue to support them through AVID.
What's the biggest benefit that you have seen for these students? You've been here almost since the inception of this school year, so you've been here a decade. What have you seen? How have you seen this benefit the students across Horry County?
Oh my goodness, I have seen students who came in so shy, they couldn't even look someone in the eyes by the end of it, to stand proud and to walk across the stage and to give speeches. I mean, students who are beaming with, they had 2 years of college credit, and they were some of them were the first ones to even graduate from high school in their family. So to have that type of pride has really taken them a long way. Many of our teachers are now teachers for Horry County. Many of them are now working in the law field, being with paralegals. They're working in law enforcement, fire, and rescue. So they have now not just taking, classes from Horry County, they're now giving back to Horry County. So it's amazing. I love it. I'm so proud of them. They go on to four-year colleges and they're successful, and some of them stop at Tech and they're still successful as well.
Well, Martina, thank you for giving us and shedding some light for us on Early College High School here in Horry County. Continued well wishes and good luck from Charleston County to you guys. And we'll be right back for more for CCSD Today.
Kiowa Cares represents a really unique way and an organized way for folks who live here on Kiowa to connect, partner, and help those who live in our neighborhood, which includes Johns and Wablo Island.
And the idea was that many people who live on Kiowa very generously work as individuals in the community. But we felt as a community association we needed to do more in a unified way to be good neighbors. And out of that came the idea of Kiowa Cares.
They brought volunteers, but most of all, they brought love. They showed love and they said, we want to be a good neighbor, and they have been a good neighbor to me and to this community.
Kiowa Cares quickly jumped on board and was really excited about the idea of supporting the local farmers and supporting the Johns Island community as well.
We're excited about the partnership, and we are in constant communication, updating them on things that we are working on, areas where I continue to see improvement, I share with them. And so it's like we are in tune, working together, one common goal, and it's all beginning to come together.
What it means to me to be a part of Kiowa Cares is I'm able to do things I wouldn't normally have done on my own. I get the sense of community when I work with them.
We're trying to put good people in touch with organizations that could use their help.
And welcome back to CCSD Today. We have moved locations for the show. We're now here at the Palmer campus in downtown Charleston for Trident Technical College, and I'm joined by the Executive Director of Secondary Learning for CCSD, Kim Wilson. Kim, thanks for joining us. Obviously, this is an exciting time for our district with the creation of the Early College High School model. How long has it taken for you and your staff with CCSD to plan this thing throughout the course of this school year so far?
The planning actually started, Andy, about a year ago, August, when a group of board members and some district staff people went up to visit Horry County, and they have an early college program already established there. So that was the initial. So we've been involved in this process for about a year now.
So now the board approved this at the end of April, so it's a go. One of the big questions people have is who is going to be selected to apply for Early College High School here in Charleston County School District?
For this first year, starting in August of 2017, we will start out with any rising ninth grader. Ninth grader must meet certain criteria. They have to have a 225 MAP score, and they have to have at least a 900 Lexile reading level. And then they must not be identified as GT or gifted in the arts area. Those will be the students that we initially look at. We also are looking for first generation college bound students.
So this is basically students that show a lot of promise academically but aren't at the top of their class.
That's right. And these are students who have all the ability in the world, but they just need a little bit of support put in place on a college campus where all the motivation, the excitement comes from, and get them oriented in an earlier time to what it takes really to enter college.
Now this is going into place for next school year, the 2017-2018 academic calendar year. Where are we at as far as the application process and as far as putting together a staff for Early College High School and CCSD?
As you said earlier, the board has approved the concept, and so we have in place for next year, we're getting ready to hire 4 teachers. Those will be the core content area teachers. And the 9th graders will take, in their first year, they will take all core subject areas, English, Math, Science, Social Studies. And then we're in the process of hiring a director, and we've got some other staff members that we've got to hire. And the application process, we have completed the application. Within the next 2 weeks, we hope to have it online on the Charleston County website. People can access that. We'll have all the information that they need, phone numbers, contact information, and all that, so that they can start sending in their questions and we can respond to those.
Why is Early College High School necessary for our district? We're seeing it work around the state. Why is it time for it to be here in our district?
This is such a great opportunity. Research has shown from the early college schools that are in place right now show that students have a higher graduation rate, up in the 90%. They also have about 39% of the students who graduate from an early college will graduate with not only a high school diploma, but they will graduate with an associate's degree from the college that they are attending. And so those are 2 really great reasons why students should consider this.
And I guess, how did it come down to that this Palmer campus for TTC was a site that was chosen? And again, also explain why it's important to have Early College High School on a college campus as opposed to just being a part of a high school campus.
Well, you can imagine what they call it is power of place. And what that means is that you take a high school student and place them on a college campus, there is a certain expectation for academic, behavior performance, and also looking toward the future. And so what we want to do is introduce these kids who may not have had the opportunity to experience that as first generation college students. And so as they come in, they will be introduced to college level work. They'll be introduced to college level expectations. And not all of them are going to go from here right into college. Some of them will go directly into the workforce because some of them will be able to secure certificate in HVAC. Maybe they might secure it in construction and management. Whatever programs are available that they can actually get a certificate and go right into the workforce. So there will be a group of students who will do that. But essentially, we're looking for kids who are motivated, want to go on and do something exciting with their lives.
Well, Kim, thank you for joining us for this portion of the show. We'll be right back to close out CCSD Today after this timeout.
Some problems are tough. Reaching your customers shouldn't be. Blue Wave and Comcast have the creative edge to make you stand out from the crowd and connect with your customers. Whether you need a commercial for television, video for your website, or a custom-made website, we are the easy solution for every advertising problem.
And that'll do it for this edition of CCSD Today. Thank you for everybody who joined us to explain all the great advantages with Early College High School and what it's going to look like here in Charleston County School District. And if you have a rising 9th grader in your family, be on the lookout for more information on the CCSD website and other avenues to communicate what's expected about Early College High School and how you can apply. For CCSD Today, I'm Andy Pruitt. Thank you for watching.